We're about to go live, baby. Live, baby, live. We're about to hit that music, baby. Music, baby, music. Let's go. Take it away, me. Woo! Yeah, yeah. What's going on, world? It is Casual Tuesday. I'm your boy, Baby Moy, representing ENT Hooligans, and I'm here with the crew. I got Big Ness and Lil Crystal here with me. That's right, folks. We are all back. Trios, Three Stooges. We don't want to get sued, though, so you could X that out. That's right, folks. We are the entertainment hub for all podcasts. If you want a little entertainment, if you want a little sports, if you want a little bit of education, we are the ones you want to keep locked. We are the ones you want to thumb up. We are the ones you want to give a like to. We are the ones you want to share. We're the ones you want to exploit to the best of whose ability, of your ability, because we are for who? For me, for you, for him, for her, for everybody. And ladies and gentlemen, we are soon going to be premiering on Spotify and on iTunes. But if you look at the description right now, there is a surprise. That's right. We are on another platform. We really are. Don't believe? Look it up. It's right there on the description down below, alongside our Facebook links, Twitter, including my personal Twitter, SoundCloud, where you could listen to yours truly, and Big Ness. So, for your listening pleasure, go ahead, give us a like on there too, give us a follow. That's right, folks. So, with that said, oh, how could I forget? We also have my Mixer account there where you guys could check out some gameplay of yours truly. And if anyone here would like to chime in and possibly fill in any gaps that I forgot, I would appreciate that. Go ahead, fellas and ladies.
Well, folks, good evening to you all. Hope you had a pleasant Labor Day weekend as you capped off the summer. Hope you ended it off right. As you get ready to get the kids back to school and everything, hey, it's all good.
Yep, and we also have the YouTube link, yes?
Yeah, the YouTube link is all there.
We are live.
All
the links are down below.
Very exciting times, very exciting news. I told y'all guys I was going to be working behind the scenes, doing things, moving this along, and without this beautiful, beautiful family that we've established here at ENT Hooligans, who knows if any of this would be possible. So thanks to our subscribers, thanks to those who follow us on the Twitter, thanks to everybody who has subscribed to our Facebook page. That's right. And no, I am not going to give out my personal Facebook. That's why Twitter is here, folks. That's why Twitter is here.
That's right.
So what do we got?
Thank you, Mr. Producer Guy.
Anytime.
Behind the scenes.
Anytime. So what do we got on tap for everyone today? What are we educating on, as this is an episode of what we like to call Endless Possibilities?
Where the possibilities are endless. Huh?
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, quick bulletin. I am going to be starting a hot dog stand.
That's right.
I'll be calling it Hot Diggy Doggy. Coming to a town near you.
7 locations, 1 near you.
Wow. 7 locations.
That's right. Come to Hot Diggy Doggy. Imagine the ads for that.
That's right. Oh my god, yeah.
You know, I should really work on a spoof ad and play it on here.
Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Hey, if you guys would like spoof ads, let me know. Send a comment down below. By the way, holla to everybody who's listening to us right now and to everyone who's going to catch us later on these new platforms also coming soon. Oh, it's going to feel so good to say that, right?
Yeah,
Yes, it's gonna be so
It's
cool.
like it is gonna feel good to say that.
Oh,
we are expanding, yo. We are expanding.
all right. So
The mad scientist.
so let's get to what we are going to get to here tonight.
Speaking of mad science, no, I'm kidding. Okay, so today we're going to talk about technology. How, as visually impaired people, has it enhanced our lives? Does it enhance our lives, or does it make us more introverted? And what kind of tech do we use, and how do we use it?
Shout out to the introverts out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out to all the INFJ personalities out there.
Oh,
We see y'all.
What?
shut up.
INF what?
Yeah.
INFBIWXYZ.
Yeah.
all
Now
that
we all
stand-
know our ABCs. Yeah.
We just lost a whole bunch of
Did you
subscribers.
Did you just make that up?
No, that's a real thing.
No, I wish I had.
No,
It
I
is?
wish I did make that up.
the
but no.
IWYMCA. Yeah, that's a real thing. But we're not here to discuss
It's a
that.
real thing, yes.
Well, we're kind
What?
of here to discuss that, but not in its totality.
Not in depth. Not as totality.
Okay, then. All right.
So go ahead, Crystal. This was
subscribers.
this was an idea that you had brought up for a podcast, so I'm gonna let you take the wheel here while Ness and I.
Yeah, and you know
Go
what's funny? I actually came up with this at like 5:15 in the morning.
Well, I tend to do my best thinking too early in the morning, too late at night. Yeah.
Cool. All
Pretty
right.
cool, actually, the way that works.
So the first question is, what
Yeah.
type of technology do we use on a daily basis?
Well, the first one that obviously
I will
comes
go
to mind is the
first.
phones. Oh, sorry, beat you to it.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh!
Thanks.
That's right.
I use a. Anyways. I use a tablet, a phone, and a computer. Mo, what do you use?
I said phone, right? I already because I went first. Let's not forget that.
That's right. You
But
always say a phone.
I
Yeah.
also use this handy dandy notebook. No, my computer. I use my computer. Obviously, that's where I do my work every day. That's how I am in the know
Yep.
when it comes to reporting and wrestling and all that. I also use my mixer, which is obviously a very important tool. That's partially
go.
what I use
There you
to
go.
remotely
Yeah.
connect people and all that. And I also use an iPad. Does video game count?
Yes.
yes.
Today, yes, it does
Today,
count.
yes.
Today, because those video game consoles are no longer just video game consoles. They are now PCs.
Well, okay, so I do use my Xbox
Yeah.
One, my PS4, and my Nintendo Switch. Apple TV,
Yeah.
obviously.
Oh, yes, and I forgot Apple TV too.
Yes,
Like a manzana. That's right.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Ness?
Okay. Ness.
Oh, and how could I forget my
What are you-
Yeti Pro?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I use a gaming headset.
Sorry for popping the mic there, folks.
That's right. That's right. I use my smartphones, my computer here, which I'm currently on right now, and this blue snowball mic.
That's a good mic, by
Okay.
the way. And
It is
Yeah,
actually,
that
yeah.
is.
he's rolling deep.
Oh,
He said
and I forgot.
he's rolling deep. He has two phones, folks.
Yeah,
That's right. Two phones, one for the plug and one for the. Well, y'all know the rest.
I have. Wow.
Let's go. His numbers will be linked down below, folks.
For a good time call.
That's right. For a good time, call Jeff.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Why is it always Jeff?
Gotta use aliases in this kind
Why
of
is it
business.
always
You know what I mean?
Go ahead, Crystal. You want to say something here?
Yes,
Go
I
ahead.
forgot. I also use a Kindle as well.
Kindle
and-
Fire.
Yeah, a Kindle Fire, and I guess I guess they count the digital players you can get from the Talking Book Library.
Alexa.
they
Yeah,
count
those
too?
count too. Yeah.
Alexa.
Or yeah, my Echo Dot.
Yeah.
No, don't say
Oh,
that because
yeah,
then
the
my
Echo
Kindle will go
Dot.
off.
Alexa.
Oh wait, no, I can't hear you. Never mind. And my Echo Dot.
Doo-doo-doo.
Alexa.
Alexa.
And the-
Okay.
and
Oh, by the way-
and the use of these devices are made possible by assistive technology.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
For those who may not be aware of that.
I got I got something very important to say, but I'll drop that in a little bit. We'll continue with this subject.
Oh, good teaser there. Good teaser. Yeah.
Yeah, because now I want to know. Okay. Now, how does this? Since I'm glad you brought that up, the assistive technology part, because I was going to ask you how are we able to use these mainstream devices that we mentioned? Because most of these are mainstream that we mentioned. The only one that's really
yes.
not is the Talking Book Player. Everything else
No,
is
that's
mainstream.
more. That's more underground, exclusive, so to speak. But yeah.
Right. Everything else we use is mainstream. Now, how do we use that? Like Mo had just said, we use assistive technology. If it wouldn't be for assistive technology, none of us would be able, I believe none of us would be able to use our devices.
No.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
No, we wouldn't be able to. No.
Now, how does this change our lives? Okay, if we think back from like say the 90s, right? How does this change our lives from the 90s to now?
Well,
You
I
know?
want. Oh, you were gonna continue?
No, go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
was gonna say, I want to really start off from not even the start point. I don't really think that it was necessarily revolutionary in regards to when we look at computers. One could look and say, yeah, okay, that was the starting point. No disputing that. You know, the possibilities of us people who are visually impaired, the possibilities of them using a computer were there, but it I guess we could at the time never fathom how much of an impact it would be for us to be able to use a computer. But I really think that when it comes to technology, the biggest game changer, more so than putting a screen reader into a computer, the biggest game changer was the iPhone.
Agreed. Because
was
that was
actually,
the
yeah.
first device
Yeah,
that
that
a
was
blind
the-
person or VI person or anyone for that matter could just take out the box and use.
Not only that, not only take out the box and use, but travel with your iPhone with ease. Okay.
Exactly, because, you know, you go to airports, what do you see
Yeah.
most of the time?
Most of the time, you see people with iPhones. Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that was a
That's
game
what you
changer.
see.
Because then what happens because of people being able to use these iPhones, what starts happening is apps and developers start making their apps accessible for people like us to use. So we started
Yeah,
incorporating
and that-
apps like money readers, color identifiers, things, readers that scan
Scanners.
papers, scanners for
Yep.
documentations or any other piece of work that you need to read at any given time. You know, these phones make it possible. Yes, not excluding Android, they joined the dance later on, you know, but we're talking starting point here, and a big, like I said, a big revolutionary point here, as opposed to just you know, just being a starting point. Revolutionary, focus on that word, is and forever will remain the iPhone.
Correct. Like, I remember when iBooks came out, I thought, oh my gosh, this is cool. I don't have to order a specialized format anymore.
Right.
And everyone who knows me personally knows I love to read. These guys call me the librarian of the group because I'm always reading a book. And I could pick up my Kindle or my iPad, whichever device I choose, go to a bookstore, whether it be iBooks or Audible or Amazon, and just get a book.
Right.
Yes, there is the Talking Book program, which is great. Don't get me wrong. It's awesome. But I like paying money to get a book. I don't know. It just makes me feel good.
Now, could you
also being able to have it at your fingertips. I mean,
right.
Right.
Could you explain the
world being opened up?
Could you explain the benefits of this and how it's essentially bettered your ability to read these books as opposed to when you were using other platforms?
Okay. Yeah. So everyone knows that who is signed up through the Talking Book program, and if you don't know, I'll educate you. It's when they do read books, it's on a volunteer basis, so people don't get paid to read them. So sometimes you'll get narrators that are very monotone, and when you're reading a book like that, it could really kill the experience of listening to it. Now, if you go to Audible, people are paid to read these books. Now, it's been psychologically proven that when you're paid to do something, like say for example, when you're paid to read, you do a better job of it. Now,
because you have the incentive to do it. So you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Whereas if you're just volunteering to do it, you don't. There's not really much incentive there. It's just, oh, okay, I'm reading a book.
Right. Exactly. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with the Talking Book program, and there are a lot of people who use it, and there are a lot of people who don't want to pay the money to get a credit and go get a book. But it's like you said, Ness, the availability of having a book at your fingertips and not having to wait 6 months to a year to 2 years even to have it in a specialized format.
There you go. The not having to wait stream.
Right.
The not having to wait. You could just have it right there. Boom. As soon as you hit download, you only have to wait a couple of minutes.
Yeah. And, I can grab my Kindle and I could go to the Amazon bookstore and I can get a book, purchase it, or borrow it from the library through Kindle Unlimited and have the screen reader read it to me.
Correct.
And once again, not having to wait for it to be ready in a specialized format.
Correct.
Which is amazing to me.
It is, yes.
Now,
and that's how
Go ahead.
That's how reading has totally changed my life. Now the accessibility of having books there is just, it's so amazing. It's like, oh, I have all these books at my fingertips. Now what to read? I don't know.
Now, I'm going to bring up a very controversial figure to some degree, not all the way, but some people like him, some people don't. So, Tim Cook, 2 years ago, give or take, 2 years ago, they had asked him, why do you incorporate accessibility into your devices, such as the Mac, the iPhone, the iPad, Apple TV, all across the board? So basically, this person wanted to know, why is it accessibility ready out of the box without needing any third-party installments or needing even visual assistance for that matter, just to turn on a visual aid or any other type of accessibility aid? And his answer was simply, why not?
Yeah, and Steve Jobs, when Steve Jobs was alive and he first started Apple, I was told by someone who worked at Apple when it first opened that he got people from the outside that had disabilities to work on these computers because he wanted it to be accessible for everybody.
It's no coincidence that Apple became the first $1 trillion company.
Right. I mean, how many blind people?
And this is probably one of the reasons why they became a $1 trillion company. You don't become.
Course.
I mean, when you have a vision to say, I'm going to cater to everybody.
Yeah, it just works. You've pulled in such a massive market, and not only looking at the space of those who are visually impaired, but we're also, when we look at Apple and their technology,
the people
who have problems using their hands, their people
limbs,
who aren't necessarily, people who have trouble maneuvering physically with their arms or their hands or whatever, they can use an iPhone, and this also applies to Android here. They can use their iPhone and they can use their Android device exclusively and only with their voice if they wanted to.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think it's awesome that we could just up.
This goes back to the revolutionariness of Apple that Mo's made reference to earlier, because Steve Jobs and then Tim Cook continued on, had a vision to cater to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
This is what came out of it. Like,
how good of an answer is why not?
Other companies have followed suit. Yeah,
I think
why
it's
not?
a great answer.
Oh, of course, yeah. Because why not? Give me one reason why not. If you have a good one.
And that shows that his mental state is like, you know what? If I meet someone with a disability, I'm not going to think that they're weird.
Right.
And you guys know how good that feels when you meet someone right off the bat and they don't think that you're weird because you have a disability. Yeah. They don't see that.
Yeah.
Now
they see you.
Now, to the both of you, I ask, how has an iPhone and or a computer or anything that has assistive technology, how has it impacted your lives?
Well, I was just going to ask that question. It's impacted mine. Obviously, I think I've explained it.
Yeah, but go a little more in depth. More so than just books.
Right. Yeah. The iPhone, the iPad, the Mac, they've all totally changed my life because I could take it out of the box and I could use it. I could text from my Mac, not just iMessage. I could send a regular text message. I could do that on my iPad, which is so cool.
Are you trying to get paid by Apple?
No, but I'm just saying.
You sound like an infomercial.
Oh, jeez. Sorry.
Get your iPhones now! You can use it right out of the box. You can iMessage. You could text. You could do it all.
Why do you sound like...
You could even book a flight.
Why do you sound like...
You could even fly the plane.
Why do you sound like Mauro Ronaldo?
I know, right?
Could you say holy bleeping bleep in that voice?
Holy bleeping bleep!
Wow. That's great. I could pick up my iPad and I could watch something on Hulu. Or watch something on Netflix. I could do that with my Apple TV as well.
But what I'm looking for is outside of the entertainment aspect. How does it change your life?
I don't have to ask somebody to program a number into my phone.
Uh-huh.
Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And asking someone to change the ringtone for somebody's...
so that way I know who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That, Or, oh my gosh, I missed a call. How do I know who's calling me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Simple things like that, to being able to know who's calling you and just being able to navigate the virtual world, so to speak.
Now,
without almost no assistance.
Now, of course, there were other phones before the iPhone that were doing assistive technology and all this. However, the point here is it wasn't ready out of the box.
Exactly.
No,
You had to
you
purchase it
had
separately.
you had to get third-party applications and/or software, and you had to download it, and then you had to do that.
I was
So,
gonna
yeah.
say, such as Bixby, but but that's not right. What is that? What is that one called? That one screen reader called?
Oh Lord.
And I used it. Not.
Oh my goodness, I know
It
what you're
was on
talking
like the
about, but I can't
Pantech
think of it.
Duo.
Yes. I know what you're talking about here. The name isn't hitting me right now.
It was made by
Likewise,
Code
yeah.
Factory.
Hold on.
Something Speak. What's it called?
Oh, good gracious.
Let's see. Let's Google this.
Something.
Mobile Speak. I just saw it right now.
There we go.
Mobile Speak.
Yep. I just saw it right now. Mobile
Yeah.
There
Speak.
you go.
Yeah, there was
That's what it
Mobile
was
Speak,
called.
and then there was the other
my
one for like the
goodness.
Motorola ones.
Yeah.
Talk. Not Duck Talk.
Talkback? Wasn't Talkback?
No, it wasn't Talkback. Talks. It was
Talks.
just called
Yes.
Talks,
Yes.
I
Yes.
think.
That's
Oh,
it.
they
You're
just
right.
called it
You're right.
Talks.
You're right.
Yeah, and you had to pay money to get those two screen
Now
readers.
here's the thing: you had to
Yeah.
pay a very large sum. You might as well just end up buying a secondary phone for the money that they was asking to
yeah.
install these things onto your device.
On top of the fact that
exactly.
you're already paying for the device, you now have to pay for the software, the assistive software to use said device.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not fair,
Which was an inconvenience.
right?
It really
That's
was.
not fair.
That's not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair, yeah.
Yeah. Not fair. Not fair. Oh.
And do you know how good it feels to? This is so simple, but to input a contact in your phone without having to ask somebody to do it for you.
Right. Not only that, but what about productivity tools when it comes to apps?
Yeah, that too. Like,
Money Reader. Let's go there.
the Money Reader app is very useful. I mean,
Is it? I don't know because I don't use it on my phone.
Not only that, but also, what's it called? Seeing AI has its own Money
Seeing
Reader
AI,
too.
and also has
Very
a
Does it
good.
really?
Yes.
feature to it too. Yeah, but those are good features to use instead of instead of asking somebody, hey, how much should I have here, and which value is this?
Yeah, because what if they jip you? You don't know.
Hey man,
saying.
could you fold this a certain way so I can know the difference between the 10s and the 5s?
That's
Sure,
just
Matt,
doing
no
too much work
problem.
in my opinion.
Yay! All right. But that's what people really do,
sure.
man. I don't get it sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Neither do
get
I.
it, but, thank goodness that this exists for y'all, you know?
But you still have to figure. You still have to. That's a nice system to have, but you still need someone to tell you what's what.
Yeah. Okay. So, for example, there's this.
Yeah, but you're doing it
there's
on your
this
own, you know?
guy,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this. I saw this person last week, and he was, he's legally blind, and he needed someone to program something into his phone.
Legally blind.
That term cracks me up, man.
I know.
Blind.
Well, because I don't
hell
know
does
what
that
his
even mean?
visual impairment is. I don't want to say that he's totally blind because I don't even know.
Tiene
He's visually impaired. Okay.
tiene sus papeles. Yeah.
Oh
Sus
my,
papeles.
really? Okay, fine. He's visually impaired. How's that?
That's
Is that
that's
better?
better actually. Yeah. That's better.
Legally blind. Do you have your papers?
So I guess that'd be. So I guess for people who are legally blind, they would need a black card.
Yeah, they would need a black card.
Boy. Are you listening, 45?
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Oh, I got something to say about him real quick.
The fact that he wants to nuke hurricanes?
Apparently, it's a surprise for him to have heard of to him, it's impossible, never heard of the concept of a Cat 5 hurricane.
Oh, that's funny. We had one of those 2 years ago. You moron.
Did he want to nuke that one too? Did he want to send a bomb into it?
I hope he doesn't throw bounty at the Floridians now.
Oh, my
jeez.
God.
Oh.
Moron. Anyway, we're not here
That
to
was a
talk.
disgusting display.
We're not here to
That
talk
wasn't-
about Mr. I can't enunciate Tim Cook's name, so I call him Tim Apple.
Tim Apple.
Tim Apple's tremendous. He's great. He's really great.
Oh, that's so good.
That's so good.
He does sound drunk.
All the time.
Jeez.
Oh shoot.
There was one time he get. Well, anyway,
Technology.
Technology.
back to technology,
yes.
which we know he uses a lot of. He likes to tweet a lot.
Twitter fingers.
Twitter fingers, yeah.
Hey, y'all
really.
remember when y'all use... Wait, does that still happen when you tweet?
What?
Yes,
I've
it does.
They still
Yeah.
does. Oh, it still does that. Oh,
It still
wow.
does that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it still does that.
I have my sounds off. That's why I don't know. So
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I would explain.
Yeah,
it.
it'll still do that. Anyway, yeah. So he this person, he wanted somebody to input some number or something into his phone, and I'm thinking, really?
oh, he was
Really?
really old school.
This was
huh?
recent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
So nobody's taking the
Wow.
time
Yeah.
to teach this person how to use an iPhone.
No, I guess not.
Well, I wanted to teach him, but he said that his memory is real bad.
Oh, come on. You gotta give
Oh.
him. Come on, you can't give him crap. Then come on. What's wrong with you?
No, I'm not giving him. I didn't know that at first.
Oh yeah.
That's why
yeah.
I thought.
Yeah, yeah. You
really?
felt bad, right?
Why doesn't he get one
Huh?
of those?
I
why doesn't he
did.
get a flip-
I
why doesn't he
did.
Huh?
Why doesn't he get? Why doesn't he just get a flip phone?
Yeah.
'Cause now those actually have like screen readers in them too.
Yeah, you felt bad, didn't you? Huh? Huh? Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of phone.
Yeah.
he
You
has.
felt miserable after, huh? Huh? Huh?
Anyways.
You felt dejected.
Huh?
Well, no, I.
Huh?
You
Anyways.
felt. Did you recoil?
Wow.
Oh Lord, this is fun.
And these are my
It is
friends.
actually.
I'm your colleague, damn it!
Okay.
You know, in a day and age where we have the world at our fingertips, it boggles the mind that people complain that things still aren't accessible enough.
Oh, here we freaking go.
know.
Here we go.
What's up
I'm
with
gonna
that?
let y'all two take this one because if I start talking about this, I'm gonna lose my ish.
Well, no. I agree.
The
But
freaking Domino's thing isn't accessible. You trying to convince that it's not accessible when I went on the damn thing. I tested it out myself, and I can prove to you that it is accessible. I can prove to you that it's accessible via the app, via any phone. If it's Android,
Oh,
if it's an
a minute.
iPhone,
Hey,
if it's an
yeah.
iPad,
Hey.
it's accessible. It reads everything. It does everything I need it to do.
And you know what else too? If all else fails, here's what you can do.
Dial a phone.
Aló, sí, Dominos, ¿en qué le podemos ayudar?
Is that so complicated?
I had no idea Matt worked at Domino's and that he knew Spanish.
neither did I. Go Matt. No, and there's one more thing that you forgot to mention.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you guys know this, but if you have an Echo or any type of Alexa device,
Yo, Ming, I want to
can
order
get this.
pizza. Right? You could tell it to call a certain location, right?
no, they have the skill where you can actually order pizza from the skill.
There you
and
go.
you can tell it what you want.
There you go.
I used
But
it
have
once.
have we lost sight of simply dialing a number? Like
Okay.
have people gotten that damn lazy that they can't dial a number?
Seriously.
I mean,
The
really.
last time I ordered pizza, I actually called the Pizza Hut place.
Likewise,
Okay.
That's
Hold
good.
on.
Past Saturday,
Hold on. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, real quick. Keep that in mind. The ability to pick up a phone and order the pizza via dialing and asking. Let's just look at this individual real quick, though. You're gonna complain when the thing is absolutely accessible?
Yeah.
My question is this. When something is completely accessible, where do they get this idea that it's not?
I don't know.
Did this person know, though, that it was accessible? I mean, did they try the app? Did they try the internet page?
I bet you.
Here's
What happened. I bet you they pulled up the app. It was a little bit laggy, and then they got all. It's not accessible. I bet you anything. That's what happened.
Do you realize how many times this happens on Twitter and with Facebook with certain folks?
Thank you.
And I'm over here going, what the hell are you talking about?
What app was it that wasn't accessible on the Apple TV, but it was accessible on the computer?
Bleacher.
Oh, the Bleacher
The Bleacher Report app.
Go ahead, tell that story.
Was not accessible. Okay, so Mo and I had gotten the Bleacher Report app on our Apple TV. No, I'm sorry. It was Mo who got it. I didn't. It was because I had told him to test it out.
No, that's not why. That is not why. You've given the reason why, and you've given the real reason why, and the reason is because we're AEW fans.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
Are you done yelling at me?
Yeah, I'm done. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So anyway, yes, we got it because we're AEW fans, and I asked him to test it out. So he tests it out, and he goes, "It's not accessible. You can test it out. See if it works on yours. Maybe it's just me." So I downloaded it. Didn't work. He said, "Oh wait, I'm gonna try it on the computer." He tries it on the computer, and guess what? It works.
Yeah. In its entirety, it works.
And I said,
Hey, and I have a very important question to follow up to that.
Go ahead.
"Sure."
Why were you able to figure that out? Why? Tell the people over there who are so gung ho on everything being so served up to them on a silver platter. Why were you able to figure that out?
If you have other platforms, go ahead and try them on there.
That's not
Exactly.
That's not very complicated, man.
No, and if it doesn't work on the other platforms, email the developer.
They have a contact us paid thing link at the bottom of every website for a reason.
Exactly. Email
That's
them.
why. Send them an email.
Don't
Call them.
Don't sue them.
Don't sue them. My goodness.
Why do you guys sound like that? I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. Yeah, so that's what happened, and it worked. You know,
It worked on the computer. Yeah. See?
Yeah, and this goes with the entertainment aspect of this.
Right.
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
I have a cable box, and the cable box talks to me.
I think most
another
cable boxes
form of-
nowadays have that feature.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if you want to go look for something on demand, you can do that now.
Well, you could always do that, though. You could do that via the iPad as well.
Well, yeah.
And you could just tell it
if
to
your
switch
cable
the
provider has an app.
and you could tell it just to switch the signal to your TV. That's all.
Yeah.
So you just have various different ways of doing
That's
that.
the point.
You can go on demand a couple different ways. So that's
Yeah.
That's the beauty of all this technology now. There's so many different ways for you to do these things.
The problem.
Like right now,
Go ahead.
what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I remotely
We
connect.
have exactly, and we all have different. Well, they have computers, and I'm on a tablet.
Yeah, but nonetheless, we're all here connected
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's it.
remotely, and we're
But
here
it's
live,
It's through
baby,
technology.
You know, it
You know,
becomes
once again, it's through.
it becomes a problem when people start to think that every single solitary thing needs to be accessible right away.
Oh, jeez.
That's a problem.
Or better, or whatever their definition of accessible is, because they
Right.
Right, because clearly we're looking at two different things here. I'm looking at a Domino's app that is completely accessible, and this idiot is looking at God knows what.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
This idiot's app is probably a little laggy, and they deem that as inaccessible. Or the other
Unless-
moron who tried to order Beyonce concert tickets on a website, and for whatever reason the site was a little bit laggy or whatever.
Oh, by the way, I went on that
Wait, what?
website, and guess what happened? It worked. You know what I should?
website-
You know what I
what
should?
website was
You know what I should do? I should patch my screen reader to my mixer and demonstrate it. But I'll let you guys figure it out on your own. All y'all listeners who are
What
visually
website-
impaired.
What website was it? Wasn't
It was,
Ticketmaster, was it?
No,
No, it
Ticketmaster's
wasn't Ticketmaster.
completely.
It was Beyonce's.
It was Beyonce's personal
website.
page.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was,
okay.
it was Beyonce's actual page.
Okay.
Apparently, this person couldn't deem this website inaccessible because she couldn't get concert tickets for whatever reason. Isn't it, you know? Meanwhile, she had other ways of that she could have gotten these tickets. Just saying. I don't know. Am I crazy?
No, you're not
Okay.
crazy.
Okay.
No, not at all. Wow.
Unreal, huh?
Crazy. Yeah. That's nuts.
I'm on the page right now, and it
Okay.
absolutely works fine.
Yeah.
I see here it says music,
Wow.
tour. You know, 22 days, the location where she's going to be performing next, joined,
Yep.
privacy, homepage.
Yep.
They have the
It's all
Lion King
there.
thing
Yep.
that she did.
You're able to navigate that page just fine, right? Look at that.
Yes.
See, look at that. Look at that. No problems, no glitches.
She was in the
no,
Lion King, right?
Yeah, she was, yeah.
You know, they have different articles here that you could click on. Just saying.
Hey, epa.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, here's my important announcement that I was going to make earlier.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
yes.
So, if you're watching me on screen right now, guys, you might have noticed that I shaved.
That's your important
That's
announcement.
your announcement.
Of course.
You know what I thought?
What?
I thought it was like a AEW announcement or something. I was all getting ready and pumped up.
Oh,
and
I have
yes.
I have news on that. But I shaved.
But you shave. That's
you
your.
shaved.
My
That's your
That's
my
grand
your
face
announcement.
announcement.
my face is as smooth as a giraffe's neck right now.
Really?
Smooth as a giraffe's neck, huh?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Y'all not familiar
Okay.
with a giraffe's neck?
Yeah.
Or a roughneck.
Oh gosh. We're gonna
Houston,
go
perhaps? Yeah.
over that
Yes.
on we're gonna go over that on Thursday, folks. We're gonna be reading off
Yes.
the XFL teams on Sports Vista. Watch.
Stay tuned for that. We're gonna have
Yes.
fun with this. Oh yeah.
Oh, cheap
Okay.
plug. Cheap plug.
That's right. That's
So
right.
how have all these pieces of technology changed our lives? Vinnie Mac. How has the WWE network changed your life, sir?
Oh my gosh. Well, I can go back and watch the Stone Cold, the Bret Hart. I can go
That's
back
right.
and watch all the
Rodney the
WrestleManias.
Piper.
Huh?
That's right. That's right.
Rodney the Piper, the Hunky Donkey Man.
The Hunky Donkey Man.
The Hunky Meter. That's right.
And what about John China?
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
John Chena,
John China.
Rey Mysterio, you know. You're not the Batman. You're not the Batman. That's right.
Ray who?
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio. Yeah.
Oh gosh. But no, technology for me. Look, I think the two greatest pieces of technology that I use are my phone and my computer. My computer because it's my workstation. It's where I do everything, and it's also an entertainment station for me. I watch New Japan on here. From time to time, I watch the network on here if Apple TV acts up, which it rarely happens. I'll also watch YouTube on here. I produce music on here. I have tools here which I can use, via software, and I have my mixer is another great piece of equipment because without it, I could still do what I do now, but it would require another bit of software. And why do that when I can just go hardware and use as least software as possible just to kind of unwind the load a little bit. So this computer is everything to me in terms of jobs and stuff, and my phone, of course, for communication centers and what have you.
Okay. Oh,
I second that. Yeah.
My two pieces of technology that I use. People who know me personally know I'm a tablet user to the max. I prefer to use my tablet because it's nice. I don't have to worry about carrying around a Mac or nothing like that. But when I want something bigger, like say if I want to download a book onto my little cartridge or whatever, I use my Mac, or I could, if I'm just sitting there looking up YouTube and stuff, I could do that as well. My phone, I only use it for communicating with people, such as texting and calling, because I have a slow phone. So that's what I use the most. What about you, Ness? What do you use the most?
Well, my two primary devices are my phone, which for communication and recreational purposes, and my computer and my mic as my workstation, where I do this what I'm currently doing now, and also record and produce music.
There's one bit of hardware I forgot to mention, and it is one of the main reasons for why this remote stuff is possible, not just because of the mixer, but the capture card.
Oh yeah, that little thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that little piece of equipment.
That's amazing to me.
It is, yeah. It is pretty amazing, yeah.
How can I forget the good old capture card? That little
piece of equipment helps make this possible.
Yeah.
Yep. So, definitely thankful for it. But we can't forget. Now, there's one thing we can't forget. With all this at our disposal, we can't forget where we came from.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And I think
we didn't have this growing up. This stuff didn't really exist. So our generation should know better than to forget where we once were.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that it teaches us to appreciate what we have more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to sit back and look at this generation and go, oh my god, they're too attached to their devices. And then you over here turning around attached to your device. Wait a minute.
I was going to say, yeah, but aren't we too?
Hold up a second.
That's a great point.
We can't criticize them for that because
we're doing the same thing.
This is what they know. And we're doing the same thing.
Into it, and we were pulled into it.
They were born into this. This is what they know. They don't know a life without this stuff.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know a life of walking on during snowy days into a library to do a book report. They don't know what that's like to have to walk and venture places just to get bits of information for a project. They don't know that because everything is already available to you on Google.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Everything is on the internet now, and to this generation of blind and visually impaired kids, they don't know what it's like to have to go through shelves and volumes of Braille books for school or wait for cassette tapes. They don't know any of that. They don't know what that's like.
Not only that, again, we go to the whole books thing. What did we do whenever teacher such and such wanted us to read a book that the rest of the class was participating? They had to call the library. The library then had to mail that book out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we had to wait.
Exactly. What if they told you, oh, you only have like 2 days to get this book in?
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're screwed.
And then you're screwed. And then you're behind.
Yes.
You know, these kids don't know what it's like because what do they have? They have iPads with Braille displays.
They get iPads. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or that tablet thingy that Humanware has, with the Braille display on it.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
That, you know, like.
Oh, the modern day Braille.
Would it be fair?
Yeah,
would it be fair though to say that our generation appreciates these things more so?
Yes,
because because we have an understanding of where we were, what it was, and what it is now.
Yeah.
Exactly, and we also have the understanding.
Here's what I'll say on that. Yeah, we do appreciate it more, but I think we've also dropped the ball in passing down that appreciation.
Well, obviously,
most definitely. Yeah, and and we also know, okay, if this wasn't here tomorrow, what are we gonna do?
Again, that's why I'm saying don't forget where you came from. Let's not forget what we came from and what it was. Because if the day of tomorrow we have to revert back to that, guess what? We have the know-how.
Exactly. Like I still order books from the library. I still order Braille books from the library.
Oh.
Why are you laughing? What is so funny about that?
What a loser. She could go digital and she's still ordering books.
Hey man, what if that wasn't there?
What if the Braille books weren't there?
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, then I wouldn't be able to read. Oh, that would be bad.
You know this would be a dope beat for Joe Cronin to do his song. What if the turkeys ate us? What if they filleted us? What if they sauteed us? What if the turkeys ate us? What if they ate up our nuts? And then they ate our butts? What if the turkeys ate us? What if the turkeys ate us? What if the turkeys ate us? Woo! All right.
Why does it gotta be turkeys for?
I held back a little because I didn't want to clip the mic too bad.
Okay.
I don't have the volume adjustments for that type of thing right now.
Fair enough, yeah. What?
Why turkeys?
Good question.
See, now it worked. I don't even do that style of music.
No, not at all.
Why
no.
turkeys?
Something Joe Cronin came up with.
All right, Mr. Cronin.
Turkey for me, turkey for you.
Anything else we want to say about this? Have we squozen all the juice out of this?
I think we've squozen the juice out of this.
Freshly squozen.
Yeah, I think we have. Yeah. To just simply appreciate, we need to appreciate where we are and where we once were, because again, our generation, we know what it's like not to have any of these things.
Yeah,
that's right.
And we know the impact that had on us.
Do you guys remember when there was no such thing as on demand? You actually had to catch whatever it was you wanted to watch then.
Yes,
otherwise
I
you
remember
won't
it.
be able to.
Yep.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I used to hate that, especially at this time of year. If I missed a game, I had to catch highlights of it later on.
I bet you
Like,
that
I don't want to see I want to see the game.
But you know what? Now you have apps like TuneIn. If you're on the go, you could just listen to the game through TuneIn Radio. You can watch the game through the TV app.
Yes.
If you're on the go. These things work. They're there, ready for you to use. And stop laughing at me, you damn song. No, it laughed at me.
Finish it.
It really did.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
The disrespect
Here,
is
watch.
real, bro. You see this?
AD off the 5B, and you better recognize.
Well, laugh at it back then.
But no, these
There you
things
go.
things
There
are
you go.
ready, available. I mean, there's so many different ways to catch a show now. So
Yep.
Yeah.
So now it's not a matter of, oh man, I'm gonna miss it. No, you can always catch it later if you can't catch it live.
Exactly.
It's the beauty of it now.
And stop laughing. It's not funny.
let's get the hell up out of here, people. Listen, folks, I want to thank y'all for giving us your time. Thank you for giving us the subs. Thank you for giving us the love. Thank you so much, y'all. And we had so many good things coming y'all way, and we really do, man. I
That's right.
hope you guys join us on this ride. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be filled with emotional moments. It's going to be filled with lots of laughter. It's going to be filled with different types of sexy, sweet, sultry emotions. It's going to be filled with everything, folks. Everything under the hood that you could imagine. So, with that said, I want to encourage you guys to have a beautiful rest of the evening, and we'll be back tomorrow. We will be talking about the state of wrestling. I know a lot of you.
State of wrestling.
I know a lot of you are going to watch this one. True story. Our wrestling stuff gets a lot of views.
Yeah, there's a lot of wrestling fans out there. They love it.
Yep, they do.
So, bringing that to you to
See
to you
y'all.
guys
We thank
tomorrow.
y'all for the support.
Yes, and don't worry, the turkeys will not eat you.
What if the turkeys ate us? What if the turkeys ate us? What if they filleted us?
What if they what? What if they
What if they sauteed us?
What if they sauteed
What if the turkeys ate us?
What if they ate us?
And everything you do, folks, keep God number one in your life when always. And if that's not what you're into,
Amen.
hey, positive vibes your way. Even still, we love everybody, no matter color, no matter creed, no matter what religion, no matter what, y'all. Love for all. Eliminate the hate, y'all.
That's
for
right.
real.
That's right, man. That's right.
With that said,
All for one and one for all, y'all.
with that said, I'm Baby Moy for ENT Hooligans. That's Big Ness. That's Lil Crystal. Signing out, y'all. Till tomorrow.
That's right. God bless y'all. Peace.
I was waiting for that.